In today's video, I'm going to get your gunfights from looking like this to looking like this. There it be! The key to winning more gunfights can be broken down into two parts. Part one, you have to change your mentality and play to get better at gunfights and not win. I know this sounds crazy, but when you are hopping into a match, you want to make sure your mindset is right. You're like, I'm not trying to win, I'm trying to take as many gunfights as possible. And the reason why you want to do that is the more practice you get at gunfights, the better you will become and the more wins. It's a compound effect or a snowball effect. So here's a couple tips you want to do to get more gunfights. Tip one, you want to drop in hot areas. So load in with your buddies or load in with randoms and quads. Go to Rebirth. You're going to drop into control, and you know control is a hot zone. You want to land roof, you want to get a gun, you want to get plates, you want to fight immediately. And if you die, that's fine, because the goal is to get into more gunfights. So do that over and over and over at different areas. You can drop control, then you can go ahead and you can drop stronghold, and you can fight at a stronghold, and you're taking on gunfight after gunfight, and you're pushing the pace. That's what you want to do to get more gunfights. The more gunfights you get in, the more wins you're going to get. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be camping in the corner waiting for that last circle because you planned ahead and you got in the center circle. And you still have to get into a gunfight at the last moment to win. Now, after you're getting in these gunfights and you are dropping hotspots, so you're dropping control, you're dropping stronghold, you're dropping factory, and you're getting into these gunfights constantly, and you're pushing the pace. You're not playing for the win. You're playing for getting better at gunfights. You need to learn as well. That is step two, is learn and adapt from what just happened. So if you lose a gunfight, you need to think, why did I lose that gunfight? What did I do wrong? Did I have the wrong gun out? Was I using forward momentum? Did I make a bad decision? And it's mentally get out of the bad habits that you're in and learn new habits of analyzing your gameplay. Now, I know this is a game and it's supposed to be easy and fun, but it's not going to be easy. It's a competitive game, and you got skill-based matchmaking going through the roof, so you're going to have to learn and get better. And part of that is understanding where the mistakes happen. So it's like if I have the wrong gun out, or if I rotated incorrectly, just understanding it, analyzing, and learning from that mistake. So just set aside some time and push the envelope and push your pacing. And if you fall back into where you just are sitting in a corner or you want to hide for the win, get out of that mindset of like, no, I'm pushing the pace. I'm trying to get as many gunfights as possible, because the more gunfights I get into, the better. Now, another way to do this is if you're solo and you're not playing with randoms or your buddies, do a solo in a duos match. So you have multiple chances to take multiple gunfights because you are the solo in a duo. You're going to die a lot more, but again, it's okay. That's the whole plan, is to take gunfights. It's to go ahead and die as much as you can and learn from it, because the more gunfights you can get into, the more you're going to win. Part two is improving your game sense. I've had a lot of people in my comments ask me, but Big Puff, how do you improve your game sense? Which is a great question to ask. I would do it in two different ways. One, we're going to talk about building and map knowledge. That helps game sense. But I need you to get in the mind of like, what would you do and what would a camper do? So we're in the middle of this building. We need to learn this building. We need to understand. So I'm in a plunder match. You should go into a plunder match, and you should go into a building that you don't know. And we're going to start right up front. So we have the doors right up here. This is the main entrance, right? So I'm going to understand game sense. Learning this map and learning this building and learning Verdansk when it comes back here in about 8 days is going to be critical. But when I come in here, I know I have a room to my right that goes this way. I don't have anything to my left, but I do have a corner. And then I have over here to my left as well. So I'm learning. I could kind of go right here, and then I could go right over here. Think about it. Where would somebody hide if they're in this building? Let's close these doors. They would hide in this corner, right? Because if you're going to come in through here and they hear you, this is the spot they would hide. So you need to think like they think. Where would they hide? So you need to practice that of like, okay, if I know I'm coming in here, I'm going to come right in here and I'm going to aim there. And one step further, I'm going to pre-fire that, so then I know that they're right there. It makes it a little bit easier. But okay, so now you're thinking, okay, so I know left and I know right. I know I can be right in here. They could be hiding here and then jump out. You want to go through the building like this and understand it. Blunder's a great way to learn. Looks like my bounty's coming over. He's airstriking me right now. So that's great. We're going to go up here, see if he comes in through this front door, which I don't think he's making the move on us. He's going to hang out back there. But this poses another question is, look, I'm up here. If he comes through that door, he's going to lose the game. I have the match right here. I also know there's a window right here, so I could jump here and be right here. So I'm just learning those game sense movements of where I could be and where he could be, and learning the building. This is a good building to learn because there's so many different doors. Now I have a balcony out here, and I could come out here and look this. This has a good little head glitch right here, so somebody could shoot through it. But just learning and anticipating where somebody is going to be is what you're going to need to do to increase that game sense and win more gunfights. Because if I know I have this whole entire balcony out here that I need to watch for, then they could be hiding out here. So then if I'm attacking this, I come out here and I free fire like that. Right? I still have the roof. So I have this building, I have a bed. How do I get to the roof? I don't know. I'm looking for the roof. There's a ladder right there. So I could jump here, come up the roof. Now I'm on the roof. So it's just understanding where are the choke points, where are the ladders, where are the zip lines. There's multiple different ways to look at this, but you have to think about where are all these places. It can be kind of taxing. That's a lot to think about in a video game, but if you're trying to get better game sense and win more gunfights, this is step 2 of it. This is understanding that. So when I look down here, I have another ladder out here. So where does this go? It comes into this room, come down here. I can see this area here. There's some stairs here. So it's just mapping out the building and knowing the ins and outs of the building. Is there other pieces in this building that would be helpful? Especially if this is like the last zone, where would I hide? Where would the enemy hide? Those are all good questions, because you need to understand, like if I'm over in this corner, are you going to, if I'm laying down right here, this is a great corner. How do you attack that if somebody's laying down here? Well, if you're coming on this side, this is the main door, and you're coming here, they're going to shoot you. So you need to come in here, and then pre-fire that corner. Even if you don't know they're there, it's a good tactic to get used to, is pre-firing the corner, because that gives you the first shots, right? I can go ahead and pre-fire that corner. Even though if I don't know he's there, if he is there, it's great. Or you can do this. You could come in. You can go like this. You could peek around, take a couple shots, and come back. And now you know where he is. Then you can come around, throw that over there. You come around. You can throw a shock stick over there. You just know where that player is now, because you took a couple shots. You risked a little bit of it. And now you know. The same thing with any other room, but that builds the game sense of the map, so then you can anticipate where people are. And you want to just go into a plunder match and practice this. It's so easy. As you can see, I'm just learning. I didn't even know there was a freaking bathroom in here. That's crazy. But if you have in-game and you're in this building, or in any building, whether it be Rebirth, whether it be Area 99, whether it be for dance, you want to take the time to learn your surroundings. Because the more you know, the more knowledge you have, the better you're going to be. The biggest way to improve your game sense is by using all the information that you are given throughout the game. And no, I'm not talking about UAVs. I'm talking about the free information you get all the time. So in this gameplay here, I see on the mini-map that there are multiple people fighting at control because of the red dots that keep popping up on my mini-map, because they are using unsuppressed weapons. Now I have my loadout SMG because I luckily found my crate. I can go push into control. I choose to clear out the second floor instead of the third because I want to make sure that there's nobody underneath me and there's nobody that's going to surprise me from behind. I want to make sure I keep all gunfights in front of me and nobody behind me. So I clear out second floor. There's nobody there. There's nobody on the first floor. So I go with my teammate and we are going up to third floor. Now, I don't know if they're around the corner or on the roof, so I throw a grenade because I want damage advantage, which is like Peeker's advantage, but in a gunfight, you're going to win more and get more wins if you get damage advantage. So if I throw a grenade and it damages the enemy, I can go ahead, come around the corner and get shots on and finish them quicker. Now, luckily, there's nobody here. There's nobody on this floor. They are on the roof. And then I see my teammate get the kill on the roof. So I immediately am going to push to help him because now we have the numbers. But I also see a guy come down on the doorway and he peeks at me. Well, this is where game sense comes involved. If I chase him up those stairs, he is going to shoot me right down on me. And because I'm using my momentum and I'm running up, he's going to be pre-aimed. I still have to bring my gun out and I'm going to lose that scenario. Knowing that, because I've experienced that over the last 5 years of playing this game, I come into the hallway and I give myself enough cover where I can't get shot. He shoots at me but misses. I throw a stun up top, which pushes him out onto the roof where I know my teammate is. My teammate gets the kill on him and we eliminate him. It's the game sense and knowing not to chase up that stairwell because I will be killed that got us the team kill here. In this clip, I hear the guy's audio down below. I can hear his footsteps. So I immediately stop what I'm doing because then he hops on the zip and I am going to pre-fire the zip. Again, more information that I am given for free during the game. I hear footsteps down below. I hear the zip coming up. And then I finish them by pre-firing the zip. Now, don't ever push a building like this without knowing you control the top because you don't want to end up being like this guy, but using your audio cues, using information that the game is giving you is going to be key in every gunfight. Now, after I kill him on the zip, I immediately look at my mini map and I can see all the red dots of where they are and I can see the elevation. It's the up and down arrows using the information again. So now I see them down arrows. So my teammate and I, we push it down because we want to help our other teammate who's down there because now it's a quads match. We just killed one. There's 3 left. It's 4v3. So we have the numbers. We go down, but our teammate gets killed. But as you see coming in the door, I am already pre-ready to fire on this guy and I finish him, killing him from control, which effectively brings my teammate back. But I was perfectly in the spot to do that because again, I use the information, the game sense. We get all this information and it might be information overload because we got to get used to it, but we get the game sense and this information from the game. So if I didn't pay attention to the red dot, I didn't know they were on the bottom, on the arrow pushing down, I wouldn't have been in this spot to help out my teammate. In this gunfight, I fire on the guy across from me. Now, admittedly, I'm using the wrong gun. I'm using my SMG. I should have switched to my AR. I probably would have finished that guy, but I crack him, right? Then I take a gunfire from an enemy close who I heard before, and I get into cover. Now I have a precision airstrike coming, and I can see that coming. So he has to come into the tent, which then gives me time to plate, reload, and reset the gunfight. Then I go look for him and get information because the PA's already gone by. He might have come out. I go down, I look, I don't see him. I come back around and then I hear a C4 go off in that building, which tells me he's not in there anymore. I come back around, aiming around the corner, and then he is running towards me. And again, using that forward momentum, I go ahead. I'm already aimed around the corner. I'm going to win that gunfight because he has to raise his gun up and I am already aimed down because I understood that when there's a C4 going off in that tent, that he's not going to be in that tent. Why would he explode a C4 right in front of himself? He wouldn't do that. So then I come back around, I finish the gunfight, and I win the gunfight. The big caveat here with game sense and how to get better is just using the information that is given to you throughout the game. Your mini map is probably the most powerful tool in the game that is not used correctly. So make sure you're watching it for when enemies ping, when enemies are shooting unsuppressed weapons, when PAs are going off, communicating with your teammate. That's how you get better with game sense. That's how you're going to win more gunfights and get more wins. Because again, the more gunfights you win, the more wins you get. Hey guys, if you made it this far in the video, it's time to hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on. And guess what? My Discord has been open. We got a bunch of people joining and we have a great community over there that you can join up, squad up, looking for people to play with, hang out with all the rest of the birds. But also we have a huge free giveaway coming up for Verdansk coming back. I would love to see you guys there. It's free to enter. The Discord link and the giveaway link will be in the description below. We're already up to 150 entries and we have 8 things to give away. I'm really excited. And if you want to watch more videos from me, guys, go ahead, click or touch the screen now and watch how to get extremely good at Warzone really fast. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.